To the Knicks and to Carmelo Anthony, Melo is reportedly opening up the list of teams he is willing to waive his no-trade clause to join, adding the Houston Rockets and Cavaliers to the list. Melo has friends on both teams, with Chris Paul now in Houston, and the Knicks are reportedly intent on trading him. For more on Carmelo and the Knicks, it's time to welcome in Daily News Knicks beat writer Stefan Bondy. Is a trade to the Rockets or Cavs something you could see realistically happening here?
I mean, it's realistic, but it's tough to see right now, specifically with the Cavs, because when you look at their team, they don't really have the players to give back unless they're willing to trade Kevin Love, which they've resisted thus far. To the Knicks for Carmelo Anthony. I mean, they have guys like J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert and Tristan Thompson. I don't see J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert coming back to New York. The Rockets are a little bit different story. If they can convince the Knicks to take a guy like Ryan Anderson, and thus far the Knicks have resisted, and I think that's a good move because Ryan Anderson has an extra year in his contract, and he's on a bad contract, so the Knicks would be taking back somebody with more years than Carmelo Anthony. If Houston can somehow convince the Knicks to do that deal, maybe add some picks on that, then that is more realistic, and you'd see the unlikeliest of reunions with Carmelo Anthony and Mike D'Antoni.
Well, Carmelo also has a really big leadership role on this team. With Phil Jackson now gone, do you think the Knicks maybe are better off keeping him here in New York?
No, I think the time has come for him to part ways, for himself mostly. I mean, there's nothing really left here for him. I know he's very fond of New York. His wife, Lala, is here. His kid lives here. And there's reasons to stay, but basketball-wise, there's just no reason for him to be here. I mean, the team is going to be really bad next season when you see what they're doing in free agency, which is nothing. So Carmelo, for himself, should want to move on. Now, I understand why he wouldn't accept a trade anywhere. I mean, he has a no-trade clause. He can pick his destination, and he's exercising that right. But there's nothing really left for him in New York.
Plenty of trade rumors surrounded Kristaps Porzingis. I think after Jeff Hornacek's comments on Sunday, do you think we can put all that speculation to rest at this point? Yeah,
I think part of that trade stuff was Phil Jackson sending a message to Kristaps after Kristaps passed on the exit meeting. So I think that played a large role in that. I don't think they were ever very serious about trading him. Although, Phil was listening to those offers. He was presenting counter offers. So, there was a little bit of serious to it, but now that Phil's gone, like you said, we can put those to rest. Kristaps is going to be here. Jeff has been talking about him as the future, as the number one guy, the franchise guy. So I think that's the mindset moving forward.
And I know you have been in Orlando for the Summer League action. Knicks top draft pick Frank Ntilikina has not played at all yet. When do you think we should expect to see him? We know this is an important time for team chemistry. Do you think it's an issue that he hasn't played yet?
No, it's not an issue. I mean, from everything I've heard, from everything everybody's telling me, it's a minor injury. And you got to understand, he hasn't signed his contract yet. So to put a guy out there while, nursing a small injury, it just doesn't make a lot of sense for him or for the team. I mean, it's only Summer League. So I don't think it's a big concern. I mean, you'd like to see him out there. You'd like to see him against NBA competition because we haven't seen him against a guy. I mean, he's only played in France. He's only 18 years old, so it would be nice to see him. But it's not that big of a deal. And the earliest you can see him will be on July 5th when the Knicks play their next Summer League game. He said it's a 50-50 shot he'll play in that game. But I'm gonna lean toward him not playing.
All right. Well, we will certainly keep an eye on that. We appreciate the time. Stefan Bondy, thank you.